Ex-President of Botswana Khama says nothing except country name and leaders has changed in Zimbabwe in the last 40 years. The outspoken former Botswana President Ian Khama has made a scathing valuation of the ZANU-PF-led regime's performance through claims that nothing except for the name and leaders has changed in Zimbabwe since its independence. Speaking in a webinar meeting to discuss the state of affairs in Southern African nations, Khama said Zimbabwe was still living in trinary many decades after independence. The ex-leader said abductions, incarceration of journalists, politicians from other people, royals, and many people still are moving out of the country as a result, and this is clearly an indication that today, 40 years since the independence, the only thing that has changed in Zimbabwe is the name of the country and that of its leaders. In plain English, there is a crisis in Zimbabwe, not just challenges with extreme difficulties, all man-made and growing in intensity and long-lasting. That is why ZANU-PF officials use the word crisis almost 14 times at one stage, more than any other in that briefing. Khama also said a leader has one responsibility and only one, and that is to mobilize, motivate programs and policies in the best interest of citizens, not in their self-interest. People's lives matter. Zimbabwean lives matter. The ZANU-PF-led administration has come under intense criticism for both acts of commission and omission, even from countries viewed as its allies. Recently, South African politicians and public officials have been outspoken about tensions in Zimbabwe, which have the state visiting abuses on government critics and opponents of the ruling ZANU-PF party. Among prominent South African politicians and public figures that have both blasted and called for stricter measures against the Harare administration are former public protector Thuli Madonsela and the opposition leader of the EFF, Julius Malema. Some ANC politicians have also dumped diplomacy and started speaking out against the Zimbabwean government. However, President Emmerson Mnangagwa's administration has been adamant that there was no crisis in the country, insisting the world was merely reacting to false social media claims of abuses and poor leadership in Zimbabwe. Recently, Zimbabwe's Deputy Defense Minister Victor Matemadanda launched an attack on Khama, telling the bachelor and ex-leader to direct his efforts towards finding himself a wife and stop meddling in the country's affairs.